Hello and welcome to ZaffreCast. Today I'm joined by Gio and Yun, and we're going to be interviewing Yun. So, hi up, guys. How you doing?
I'm pretty good, thanks.
I'm good as well. How are you?
I'm not bad. Right. Okay. So, it's been a very busy week in RuneScape. But before we're going to be talking about the RuneScape updates, we're going to generally be discussing Yun, discussing the beautiful Yun. Okay. So, Yun, your first question today is, how did you get into playing RuneScape?
Um, I think like about 5 years ago, one of my friends actually showed me RuneScape, and to be honest, I thought it was like a pretty lame game because the graphics were pretty bad back then.
Mhm.
But I just started playing by myself, and I kind of caught on to it, and now I'm still playing. Like, yeah, that's how I started.
You have many accounts then, or is this your only account?
I actually have two accounts. One's like a peer that I rarely play on, but I did have a main which got banned because I'm a bad boy, and
That's okay.
that's the reason I created my level 3 skiller.
Okay, so obviously being a level 3 skiller, you're not very into very much into combat. How come you chose the pure then over the main account?
Well, I mean, I've had experiences with having combat, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy having combat on my main, but like when I first started RuneScape, my friend was a level 3 skiller himself, and I started off as a level 3 skiller, and like I kind of missed being one, so I just thought, why not just make a new account and start off as a level 3 skiller,
All
and
right.
that's why I picked it. Pretty cool.
All right. So in response to that, then, what would you say the best update for pures has been in the last year?
Um, Geez, that's a really hard question. I'm not sure when Ivy's came out, but I think that was a pretty good update for us level 3 skillers. Herbal or Habitat, I didn't try that out myself, but I did hear like a lot of feedback from different level 3 skillers, and I guess that's a pretty good update, and I should be doing that when I can.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good thing as well. I enjoyed that when that came out myself. So anyway, moving on to your YouTube career. So how did you first discover or come across RuneScape YouTubers?
Um, this was such a while ago. I'm not sure if you guys remember this. Some guy named Tyvac519, I believe. He used to make RuneScape music videos like a good 5 years ago, and he's the one that got me into video making. And I actually started video making on my main account, but I mean, I really didn't get much views on that. So after I got banned, which was pretty bad, I started the Skiller. So I thought I'd just make some progress videos, and I went inactive on YouTube after like three progress videos for like I'd say a few months, and I came back and had like 700 subscribers and a lot of feedback, and that's when I just decided to start making videos again, and that's basically how I got into YouTube.
All right, wow. So it seems that the people really love your vlogs then, or really love your voice. So what do you think's most? What do you think people are most interested in you as a YouTuber? What appeals to them?
I'd definitely say me being a level 3 skiller and making YouTube videos. I mean, there is a lot of people that are skillers and make YouTube videos, but there really isn't many that make progress videos, guides, and such. And I'm like one of the only active ones on there right now that make those videos, and that's what I think people like most about me.
Right. So if you had to sum up your videos in one, what would you say what's your main sort of type of video that you try to make? Is it a vlog, a guide, etc.? Sort of.
I would have to go with vlogs because that's like kind of like the first video I started making when I had a lot of subscribers. So definitely vlogs, and I mean I try to interact with my subscribers. So vlogs, I would say progress videos and just sorts of videos like that.
Right. And finally, your last question. What advice would you give to new YouTubers who want to start making YouTube videos? How can they make it more exciting for them, for other people to listen to?
That's a really good question. I mean, I wouldn't be able to like clearly answer that question, but I would just say keep making your videos, even though not a lot of people watch them. Just keep working on them. Just put motivation in them and put effort and time in it. And one day people will just watch your videos and probably subscribe.
Brilliant. Okay, so thank you very much for that, Leon.
My
Now,
pleasure, man.
the second part of ZaffreCast, we'll be talking about this week's updates. So I know both of you've made videos on these updates, but what were your personal favourites? And then we'll go into a bit more depth about what the updates are about. So, what's your personal favourites, both of you?
Gio, you can go first.
I guess I'd have to say the personal favorite for me would be the Drino graphical update because I love graphical updates and I love seeing RuneScape come on from what it was when we first played it, where it was pretty much crappy graphics, and it's come on so far. So out of all the updates, basically this month, I love graphical updates, and I'm always going to prefer them over other updates, whereas a lot of other players don't because it's not necessarily more content to play with. But definitely this week in updates has got to be the graphical update of Drano for
Okay,
me.
nice one.
And as for me, I would have to, not to copy him or anything, but I would have to say the same. I like graphical updates. It just makes the game more look in depth, and I just like seeing RuneScape progress from like the old RuneScape. And I mean, I do like the death hats, even though level 3 skillers like aren't meant to get them. But I do have the tier 4 duelist cap myself, and I did get that by doing forfeits. But yeah, I would definitely say I like the death hats. Really good update for PKers and duelers. So. But yeah, I would definitely say my favorite update this week was the Drainer update.
Okay, cool. So anyway, the other updates this week included the death hats, as Yun mentioned, the Draenor graphical improvement, and also several other updates to improve the game for players and because of feedback, etc. So anyway, did that sound like a fart? That wasn't. That was my. That was my fart sliding.
Ew, what's that smell, man?
Oh,
Yeah, it
sorry.
stinks.
What did you think about the Death Hats first off then? We'll start off with them. So, obviously, the Death Hats then were quite flawed from the offset because quite a few players were able to get them just by forfeiting. And so it wasn't really a. It was very biased for people who could just get their friends to help them, and it's not really a true representation of how skilled they are or necessarily how much effort they've put into those areas of RuneScape. So, what do you guys think to that then?
Yeah, I think that was definitely a problem, mainly because as well they didn't integrate how they already had kill death ratios. Like they were already storing how many kills you had in the clan system, so they could have definitely brought the kills we already had along onto it. But anyway, it's always going to be flawed because more popular people, people with more friends, are always going to have that ability to just kill people to get their kills up. There wasn't any verification to make sure they're not killing the same player over and over again, and that they're genuine fights. So I didn't really like that update much. The hats look pretty sweet and the emotions do, but not a big fan of that update. Pretty flawed.
And as for me, yeah, I totally agree on that. I mean, I do like the updates, like the hat and the emotes and stuff, but they should have like fixed it more so people wouldn't be able to like cheat, as you can say. But I think it was a pretty good update because people PK more and duel, but they should have fixed it up a little bit.
Hmm. I mean, it's not something that I really do very much in RuneScape, and I haven't really actually got the hats myself yet. But the emotes definitely look pretty good, and I quite like the statue emote. That's quite nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'd say weirdly, if you guys saying graphical updates are your favourite, I personally prefer the emotes. I'm sort of an emote whore. I like hugging all the emotes on RuneScape. Also, this week we've had a lot of suggestions and tweaks to existing content, which was taken from the players' suggestions on the forums. And there's all been sort of slight little changes to certain mini games or things that commonly done by players. What's the most notable change for you guys then?
Being able to left click the monsters at a high level in this, such as they added. What monsters did they add? I've actually forgot. But they added
I
it
can
for
tell
like
you that if
Metal
you want.
Drag. Yes,
I can
read
tell you
it.
if they want. Okay, so God War bosses, Dagonoth Kings, King Black Dragon, Hellfight Queen Bork, Skeletal Horror, Tormented Demons, Dark Dragon, Dark Beasts, Iron Steel, Mithril Dragons, Strike Worms, and Mutated Blood Veils. Okay.
Yeah. I think that out of the random tweaks and the little upgrades is definitely going to change the most of the game for me. The other ones I'll probably notice I've been playing long, but so far since they've changed, I've not really noticed any changes. They've not changed my gameplay at all. But out of all those, the definite favorite is being able to left click those high level monsters.
Mhm. So I think the final thing, which was definitely mentioned, was the fact that they've changed the lava flow mine, the body, so that it coincides with the effects of the Varrock armor too, and or well, all the Varrock armors in fact. So do you think that was a good change, and it was something that needed changing, Joe?
Yeah, I like that because obviously I just achieved the full gold mining armor, and I've got some of the Vrock quest done. However, I haven't got most of it, the Vrock Diaries. So I think that was a pretty sweet change because we don't have to be swapping and swapping those because they're both advantages to mining. So it's really good that they combine them together. However, it is another step towards making the game quite a bit easier, which some players don't like. But I thought they probably should have thought about that before they did the update and worked out a better way to do it.
Okay, so have either of you guys tried the Facebook login then?
No.
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 I think that's a problem because it just gives people more means to get on people's accounts. Like people are definitely careless on Facebook when they click all the dodgy little apps like click here for a dislike button, all that crap. I think people are quite careless with their Facebook account and probably their password. So I think it's definitely another mean for players to get on someone else's account. So I don't like that. I like that you don't have to type password. I do use the login with Facebook on other websites, but I'm just not going to use it on RuneScape, and I don't like things having the ability to write on my wall without me wanting them to and stuff, and they ask for permissions like that, and I don't really want that.
Hmm. Do you
Yeah.
feel the same thing? Yeah?
Yeah, I do feel the same, but I don't know if this is cool or nerdy, but I thought it would be cool like if I do like if I'm a max out player and I like solo next and get like a cool drop, it'll like post it on my wall and stuff. I don't know, I thought that would be cool. But no, I'm not gonna do it.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Is it actually easier? Because seeing as we haven't tried it, do you know if it's easier to actually sort of log onto the game with Facebook rather than
Yeah,
logging
I
in?
assume once you're connected to your RuneScape account to your Facebook, all you do is you click login with Facebook, and since your Facebook session stays always active, it'll just log you straight in as long as your Facebook session's active, which I know I never logged out of Facebook when I go on it. I'm logged in, so the session's always active. So it'll probably mean you never have to type your password in again, but I've not used it, so
Yeah, neither have I, but that's probably what I think too.
Right. Okay. So that's been the RuneScape updates for this week. Now, finally, something that's been on everybody's lips this week
Oh.
is is Rapture. Now, I think that was more last week, but we're going to be discussing it this week. So, guys, did you survive Rapture fully
Nope.
intact? No.
I died.
Okay.
I don't know. The fact we're still here means we probably haven't gone to heaven, and we're not going there.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
hell on earth, we're officially here.
so we're all the unfortunate ones now left behind, are we?
Yeah, we're definitely not going to heaven. It kind of sucks, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't die in real life, but I did die a couple times that day on RuneScape because I am level 3, so I don't know if that
Right,
counts,
okay.
but
It's all a sign.
Maybe. That
They
that was
actually
fine.
rescheduled it, didn't they, to October or something. So I mean, we've got till October to make the most of RuneScape.
yeah.
They're gonna reschedule it, dude. Like every time, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, they will do. Yeah, they'll keep doing that until
Yeah.
what? Well, yeah, they'll keep rescheduling it. So, did you have any end of the world parties?
That's stupid.
I didn't, but I noticed like a lot of atheists were making businesses up from it, and they were offering to take care of people's dogs and rescue people's animals. And the atheists on like Craigslist and eBay were buying Christians worldly goods like PlayStation 3s for 50 quid,
Oh
50
right, yeah.
pounds, like $80. So the atheists made quite a lot of money from it, which was kind of funny,
That
along
is
with all
quite cool.
along with all the end of the world parties and stuff like that.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's a really good way. So, unfortunately, guys, if you're watching this now, you've missed your opportunity to get yourself a cheap PS3.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry for that. So is there anything else, guys, you wanna add? Is there anything you wanna say?
No, I
um,
think what I could quickly mention is that I've made quite a lot of headway with Zafre.net. As you guys know, watching ZaffreCast, that this is officially affiliated with my fan site, which will be www.zafre.net. I've made quite a lot of headway on that, so you guys can expect to see that re-released moderately soon.
I think the biggest headway that I've seen on that is the fact that the update we've been updated on the page. It's gone from 10% to 55%.
yeah,
So
about
you know
time.
it's something special
Yeah,
when
About
that
time.
percentage goes up a slight bit. But yeah, that's all we've seen so far, Jim.
I'm a
So
bit of a fucker for updating that percent thing. So.
is
Yeah,
that going to
I can't
remind
wait.
you? Is that going to remind you to update that again for us?
Yeah, I
Do you
might
think
move it
we're
on to
maybe?
69% after this
Oh
call.
wow, 69%.
Do it.
Do
Do
it. Do
it
it. Do
right now.
it. That'll really motivate people. That will.
Yeah.
So anyway, thank you all for watching. You have been filled in with everything from RuneScape this week, and thank you very much for Yun for being on this week's ZaffreCast. So thank you, Yun.
My pleasure, man.
It's always nice to have a good chat to you. You're a great guy. Before we end, do you want us to give us your Black Man impression that we've all been so long waiting for?
Alrighty, let me take my overload.
Hey yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Young. Subscribe now, or I kill you. Peace.
All right, this has been ZaffreCast, and you've been officially said goodbye to by Yun in his black man's accent. So anyway, thank you very much for listening, guys, and we'll see you next week. Don't
Bye.
forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.